from one book to another. This one, it's a title I don't mind saying. It's called Earth Hates Me, True Confessions of a Teenage Girl. And our next guest is actually a teenager, so language.
Okay.
She is a writer, a feminist, and a high school student. Good for her, right? Please give it up for Ruby Karp. Yeah, if you don't mind scooting on down, hello, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
My name is Leon Pugh, P-U-G-H.
Cool.
P-U-G-H.
Cool.
Yeah. So this is your book.
That is my, yeah, it is.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This girl wrote a book. Give her a hand. You're so little.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks, I think.
I meant that as in a nice way. I mean, you've done quite a bit for being, you know, a youngling.
Birthed recently, yeah.
Actually, you're not the littlest person on the couch. Actually, baby over there. So
I know. He's upstaging you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It happens.
Don't worry, baby. You can take a nap during right after. All right.
Okay.
But pay attention. You might learn something.
Like,
I love talking to baby. So, as an instructor, I should get this out of the way. Did you do your homework?
Homework on driving?
Do your homework on whatever you had to do tonight.
Well, my homework on driving I didn't do because I don't plan on getting my driver's license.
Okay, whoa, stop. Shut up. No, rewind. All right. Why?
Because I plan on living in cities my whole life, so I don't see the need to get a driver's license if I'm not going to get a car.
Well, what if the beautiful Arlington, Texas calls for you, and then you want to change your mind?
I just feel like that's not going to happen, because I'm not really one for the Midwest or Texas in general.
What's wrong with Texas? It's a beautiful place.
It is a beautiful
Arlington,
place.
you're close to Dallas. There's stores there, fashion, right?
Yeah, no, there's definitely cool things there. I'm just not, I've been raised in the city and I kind of want to stay in the city.
Okay, fair enough. So tell me about your book, Earth Hates Me. Is that true?
It feels like it sometimes.
Well, why is that?
Well, it's all about what it's like to be a teenager in today's society. I basically wrote it as kind of a self-help book, but not in like an annoying way. It's kind of just about my experiences throughout high school and the different ways I dealt with them and the different topics that go into being a teenager. There's a chapter on feminism and heartbreak and family and friendship and just all the different aspects that go into growing up and my experiences with them and how I dealt with them.
Well, you know, most books about being in high school are written by people that are long out of high school, so this is a very unique book. Yeah. You got a foreword by Amy Poehler?
She did the blurb, yeah.
Do people make fun of her last name?
No, Alana Glazer did the intro.
Oh, sorry. Who is Alana Glazer?
She's one of the Broad City girls. She's a
cool.
really great comedian.
I don't know rap. So what are your favorite tips? Let's say I'm a high school student. Like, what's one tip right off the bat that you could give me that would help ease my time there? Because I did have a hard high school life.
No, yeah, I'd say the first thing is to validate yourself and not look for validation in other people, which is important when you're like an insecure teenager.
I was actually spent a lot of time looking for validation in other people because people needed validation to walk through the halls of the high school because I was the hall monitor.
So people like probably loved you.
Yeah, I think people respected me. Didn't always show it because of my last name, but they did respect me.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. I would see no reason not to.
So don't look for validation in other people. But that's so hard. I mean, being in high school.
No, it's not as easy. It's not as simple as that. And a lot of what I go into, I'm a comedian as well as a writer, and a lot of what I go into is finding the humor in all of the thoughts that come in, like, oh, well, no one likes me, or the earth hates me, or something like that. And just to look for humor in every aspect of life, because that's kind of the only way we can get through things without being sad all the time.
That's true. I don't know if you caught when I was talking about my anal prolapse, but it looks like a funny face.
Yeah.
That's my way of laughing at it.
Yeah,
you could use that in case you ever deal with the same situation.
I hope I don't.
Now, I was reading, what is FOMO and how can I be a part of it?
Okay, FOMO, I don't feel like you'd want to be a part of it. FOMO is an acronym for fear of missing out, which is fear of missing out. So it's fear of missing out on a party or fear of missing out on all your friends hanging out without you. Just the general anxiety that comes out of so many things driving from social media that happen today in being a teenager, because obviously everyone has FOMO in every aspect of their life, teenager or not a teenager, but we're growing up with Snapchat and Instagram and Facebook and all of these apps that are forcing us to constantly know what other people are doing, forcing us to fear the fear of missing out, fear of what everyone else is doing.
Well, that's one reason to maybe stay off the apps.
Yeah.
Right? How much of your life is dominated by social media? You're a youngster.
Yeah, I'm a youngster. I feel like a lot of my life is dominated by apps, but at the same time, a lot of what I talk about in the book is learning to turn off your apps and log out and delete the app for a week just to detox and just get off of it, because there's so much more to being a teenager than being on your phone all the time, and everyone's always on their phones all the time, and it kind of just takes out a lot of the fun of being a person.
Now, I'd say you're a very special teenager. You talked about being a comedian. I heard that your on-stage debut was at what age?
Mother. Like, I was in my mom's arms, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the first time I performed, I was...
What kind of a stand-up routine would a baby do? Mr. Jokes, get on out here. No, never mind. I'm kidding. Please stay seated. And then, since then, you've won a Moth Story Slam.
Yeah. Basically, I've grown up at UCB as well, and
You have a show there. It's called We Hope You Have Fun.
yeah, it is. It's the second Monday of every month, and basically, the first time I really did a show, I was 3 at Jake Fogelness' talk show, I want to say, and Paul Scheer's talk show, and then basically I started performing at ASCAT, and I started doing a couple scripted shows, and basically I've kind of just grown up performing at UCB, and then I got my own show when I was 11. Fact-checking with my mother. Yeah, and then I got my own stand-up show when I was 11, and it's just been progressing since then.
Your mother is actually quite the accomplished writer. She's the editor of the...
Yeah.
I don't want to say the name of the magazine.
Bust?
Yep.
Yeah, my mom co-founded Bust.
Yep. I don't.
Bust is
Yeah,
great.
I feel like Bust is in...
I know what they want you to think. And like a good hall monitor, I know which hallways to avoid, even if they're in my own mind.